As a movie aficionado, it was an honor for me to sit down with French director Michel Hazanavicius. You may not recall his name, but in 2012, he won the Best Director and Best Picture Oscar for his movie The Artist at the 84th Academy Awards.
This is the third Academy Award nomination tonight for Michel Hazanavicius and his first Oscar.
I am the happiest director in the world right now. Thank you for that.
His newest film, Le Redoutable, a comedy about one of France's most renowned directors, Jean Luc Goddard, screened at the Beirut International Film Festival. It is based on the memoir titled 1 Year After, written by Godard's second wife,
On dit pas merci à un flic.
Anne
Tu lui dis
Gazamsky,
crève sa rogne, enculé, je te prendrai par la peau des couilles avec les tripes du dernier curé. C'était ça qu'il fallait lui dire, rien d'autre.
who just a day before the release of the movie had passed. One of her last big public appearances was with you in Cannes for the premiere of this movie.
Yeah.
Do you have a few words to say about her, especially?
Yeah, Cannes was very special for her because she was an actress. She did La Chinoise with Jean Luc Goddard, but she was not actress since like maybe 30 years or something, and she became a writer. So going back to Cannes with a movie based on one of her book and based on her story was very special for her, and I really liked to see her and to talk with her, and yeah, she was a special person. So.
A lot of people said, well, Jean Luc Goddard, one of the biggest
Yeah.
French directors that ever lived, untouchable. Why would you do this? What were you thinking? What do you think he meant to French cinema?
He freed, in a way, the directors who came after him, because he took so many freedom and he was so audacious, and he refused everything that was existing before him. For example, you would say to him, you can't do that. You can be sure that he would do it. That sense of freedom was very useful for all of us. After
The French New Wave as well?
Yeah, sure, but especially him. I mean, when we think about the French New Wave, in reality we think about him. Because all the other ones, and they're very good, I mean, they're extraordinary directors, but what we call French New Wave, we talk about freedom, like explores all the rules.
Risk-taking.
Yeah, exactly.
Being
And
adventurous.
and
Experimental, maybe.
Exactly.
Is a better,
And the other ones became classical directors very quickly, and he didn't.
We saw Cannes in the movie,
Yeah.
which once Jean Luc Goddard managed to cancel the festival.
Yeah.
And Cannes means a big deal to you also on a personal and professional level,
Yeah.
because you've known great success and less successes. Great success,
Great
obviously.
filler, you
Yeah,
mean.
oh, wait. I was trying to be nice, but
Yeah.
great success in the sense, of course, The Artist was born there. You released The Search about the Chechenian War, and then you went back to Cannes. And as you said, it was not as successful.
Yeah.
Were you hesitant this time around? Was there a fear? How do you go back when you've known
Not
such
fear.
extremes?
I'm a player, so I wanted to go. Just to say to the guys, you know what, I don't care.
Yeah.
You like it, you don't like it, it's okay. If I am selected, I'm coming. On another hand, I wanted to protect the movie, because if you take too many risks, it's not good for the movie, because they could be harsh, as they were for the last one, because it's Jean Luc Goddard. Jean Luc Goddard is the topic of the movie, so they want to protect him. It was a balance between these two approaches, and finally we decided to go, because I don't want to be guided by fear. Or
Right,
I don't
right.
want critics to decide what I'm going to do. So
Right.
I wanted to go. They selected the movie. I went. It's as simple as that.
We mentioned the Oscar-winning moment
Mm-hmm.
when you went up on stage in 2012 upon receiving the Best Director Oscar for the Best Picture winner,
Yeah.
The Artist, and you said, I'm the happiest man in the world, happiest director in the world today.
Director.
Director, was it director?
Man in the world, I suppose that's some
I think
people-
that was James Cameron, or the king of the world, he said.
Yeah.
You said, I'm the happiest director in the world. You also, right before that, had said that winning an Oscar would be like dreaming of going to the moon. How do you top that?
What do you mean?
How do you come back to Earth after an
Oh,
Oscar?
yeah. I think I have that chance to have a movie that I wanted to make since a while, which is the Search. So you know what, I focused on this one and I did the best I could, and that's it. I mean, back to work. This is what, and you can be like the happiest director in the world more than, let's say, 2 days. But
It doesn't change you, is what you're trying to say.
I don't know, maybe you change. I mean, you don't need an Oscar to change. It's life. I mean, you have to change. Every day you change. And I know that a lot of people change the way they are looking at me and the way they are looking at my work. And some people love me too much and some people hate me too much because of that. But it's like a side effect.
Yeah.
The main thing, it's a wonderful story. I could never expect that. It was really...
The Artist.
Yeah, The Artist was a small movie. I mean, it was not supposed to go so high. So it was a small movie. I hope...
So, but the fact that it was also rewarded the way it was rewarded, the better
it
the
became
surprise.
something different. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not my... it was not my purpose, and it's not my
No.
fault. I mean, I just made the movie.
No, it's not
and-
your fault. You
yeah.
shouldn't feel sorry for winning
No.
an Oscar. I don't know anybody who ever said, I'm sorry I won.
No, exactly.
But, yeah.
So no, but I mean, I didn't create the success. I made the movie.
Yes, but after such a big moment, do you ever go, you know, how am I going to top this? Or you're saying you go on, life as usual.
Yeah, exactly.
There seems to be a similarity between Godard shifting, reaching the height of his career in the movie when she met him on Wiazemski. He was at the height of his career, and then there was a shift. And with you as well, I read that you talked about artistry and how as artists sometimes you reach a place where it plateaus. About that artistry, is it an artist's block? What is that shift called?
I don't know. I mean, as I said just before, you change and you become older, and it's. I try to be very honest with my choices. I mean, I try to pick up the movies that I really want to do, and I have that chance. And I know it's a chance to be able to raise the money to make the movie you really want to do. So there's no. I don't really calculate, so I could not name it. I don't know. I just do the movies. I wanna do.
You know, we're in Lebanon, and you once wrote a letter to ISIS.
Oh yeah.
Saying,
yeah.
we are the nation of pleasure more than one of morals. One day we may even name a plaza after Monica Lewinsky, and that will make us laugh. Laughter
Yeah.
is a big thing for you. And in the political climate that we're in the climate generally of the world, things seem to be somber, not
Yeah.
very positive. So what kind of movie does that make you want to direct?
It depends, really. I mean, I consider I still have the right to make a serious movie, but to bring some joy and to make people laugh, it's something very noble and something I'm very proud of. And when you make a joke, it's not just doing jokes, but if you make a movie that you consider is a good movie and you bring joy and you make a joke and people laugh in a theater, it's really, I'm very grateful for that. I really love that. And
You love comedies in general,
yeah,
I think.
and I'm proud of making people laugh, really. I think it's really important.
Give me 3 words to describe a director. What should a director be in 3 words?
In one word, it would be not good, but taste.
Tasteful,
Yeah, tasteful, exactly.
a director. 1 word.
Yeah.
You get 3, you know.
Yeah, but one is enough.
Okay. I am a big movie aficionado. I got
Okay.
3 movies I wanted you to comment on. This one, well, this is the American Film Institute's #1 movie of all time.
Of course.
Orson Welles, a big influence of yours. What do you think when you see this?
I think it's like the Bible
Is it?
and the
It is a
little
Bible.
red book.
What is it about it for you?
Well, first it's a biopic, not a real character, but it's about biopic. He really reinvented the modern vocabulary of cinema, and it's maybe the first time that you see really the cinema between the characters and you, and it doesn't affect the story, and it's brilliant. I mean, it's full of ideas and freedom, and Yeah,
Although,
it's
and Orson
one of the
Welles
mo-
knew a lot of success and a lot of failures as well, his
Yeah,
character.
I don't want to finish like this guy.
Yeah, no. I don't think you have to worry about that.
No, it's too romantic for me.
This I picked because, you know, it represents the love of filmmaking.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great movie. I mean, all the movie lovers love that movie because it's really about the faith in cinema and the faith in movies and how movies can change your life. And there are so many beautiful sequences, but I remember the very last sequences when he cut all the kisses and.
Oh, you're ruining for some people. No, but it's true. That's probably a great ending, is what you're saying.
It's a wonderful movie, really.
Comedy.
Sure.
Comedy is a big thing for you.
Yeah.
And you have this ability, you said, where you can make movies light but not superficial.
I try to.
So how do you master that? And what do you think of this?
This is a masterpiece. Peter Sellers was one of the greatest actors. Peter Sellers and Alberto Sordi, the Italian actor, are two masters in comedy. They are at a level which is incredible. And his collaboration with Black Edwards, the director, is one of the best collaboration in comedies. This movie is full of invention. The period, the style of the movie, the rhythm, the jokes, everything is perfect.
Do you have a favorite movie? I know it's a difficult question to ask a director, a writer-director.
Yeah,
also.
naturally. I don't like to. I mean, for me, it's like the worst subtraction you have to make when you choose just one or just 10.
What is the one that affected you the most when you
movie?
knew you wanted to be a filmmaker?
I think it could be The Third Man with Batman as an actor. The Third Man, Carol Reed movie. I think it's the first time when I realized that someone was telling the story. It was not just the actors and the lines, but someone was organizing everything to make the story special. And I wanted to be that guy.
And you became a cineast, director.
Yes, that's what they say.
Last note, what's next for Michel Hazanavicius?
The next movie, you mean?
What's next?
Oh, what's next? I'm going to the airport.
No.
A producer, Philippe Rousselet, sent me a script, which is really, really good. So I hope that will be my next movie. It's a comedy, and a very smart comedy.
All right.
Yeah, very special, very original. So I really.
This is next year, the next
Yeah,
year?
and I should shoot it next summer. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. And for Lebanon, please come back.
Thank you. Yes, I will.
What a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I have to admit, I was taken aback by how humble and approachable this Oscar-winning director was. In Michel Hazanavicius' own words, after such highs and lows, it's important to keep your eyes open, stay hungry for other adventures, and keep moving forward. If you like this episode of Wide Chats and want to see more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click, click, click!